I have found my new favorite deck in Pokemon Pocket. I know you're looking at the title and you're thinking, what have you done? How does this work? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how I got to the list that I have, why I decided to pair all of these Pokemon together. But this has been so much fun. It gives you so many plays you're going to see throughout the matches. It combines all of my favorite cards in the game into one deck. So it has been a blast. Let's take a look at the list. I'll explain to you how we got here. And if you guys are enjoying the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I will continue cooking up weird decks. I will continue going over, meta developments, all of that stuff. You don't want to miss it. Okay, here we are looking at the list. Some cards I'm going to talk about right off rip that I would like in here, but I'm not even sure how I would manage to fit them in. And number one, it's going to be the Sabrina, right? There are obviously games where the Sabrina will win you the game. However, in a grand scheme of things, I feel like all of these other cards are way too important. So let's talk about how your game plan is going to look, right? You are going to want to get into the Exeggutor as fast as possible. You're going to want to start swinging with this guy immediately. How are you going to do that? Well, you need 2x speed to make that happen. You have to get into the Exeggutor as fast as possible. Second thing that the XP does, there are a lot of times where you want to bounce around the Exeggutors to just deny your opponent prizes. Without 2x speed, that becomes very hard to do so while also building up a Wigglytuff in the back. So I think that the X speeds, you need 2 of them, non-negotiable. You need the 2-2-2 Greninja line, non-negotiable. You're not going to draw into a 1-1-1 stage 2 line. It's just never going to happen. 1-1 Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff has felt fine. You actually buy yourself so many turns. Like, the games that you play with this deck are very often not quick. They're only ever quick if your Exeggutor flips heads twice on Tropical Swing and, like, knocks out an active Pikachu or knocks out an active Mewtwo. That is the only time. Erica, probably the most important card in this game, right? Exeggutor has just enough HP with an Erica that every big deck goes from 2-shotting the Exeggutor to 3-shotting it, right? You have Starmie. Starmie does 90 to your Exeggutor. Heal 50 with the Erica, they do 90, you're still alive. Without the Erica, your Exeggutor gets 2-shot. That is a very unfavorable matchup for you. Sometimes in those 3 attacks, the Exeggutor is just going to knock out the Starmie, right? You only need 1 heads flip to make that damage work out in your favor. If a Mewtwo comes up and hits you for 50 with its first attack, and next turn it's looking to just use its big blow-up attack and knock it out. Well, if you have an Erica's, you now force them to have their one of Giovanni. The Erica's are just so important. It makes the Exeggutor work. There are, oh my gosh, you guys will just see the amount of plays that this Greninja also opens up, because a lot of the time the opponent's going to want to, you're going to do damage with that Exeggutor, then you're going to Erica's it, and they're like, okay, I don't want to keep doing this. I want to go into a new Pokemon. I don't want to keep attacking this Exeggutor with this weakened guy, right? Because he's going to get knocked out. You're going to take a prize. Well, now you have the Greninja in the back, and you can just snipe damage onto that already damaged Pokemon, pick up some prizes there. And then, of course, the Wigglytuff, there are turns where you might go Sing with Jigglypuff. Try to keep your opponent, from doing anything, and then you get another free turn of Greninja damage ping. It all flows so well. It is such a beautiful deck. I can't wait for you guys to get out here and try it, because hopefully you will have as much fun as I have. Now, let's get into some games. Okay, here we are going first. We have just about every single basic. I mean, we're guaranteed an execute off this, right? Guaranteed the execute. And it's against Starmie, probably Articuno. I think we're fine with just holding the second Froakie for right now. I don't think we need 2 Greninja in this matchup, right? Like, this is going to be a very force my opponent to go through a lot of EXs and just try to smooth over some damage with 1 single Greninja. But the rest of the hand is kind of bad. Okay, so it's going to be Starmie. Or is that math going to matter? Yeah, that math will matter if he ever gets into that Greninja, right? Because with 1 Erica's, we will effectively have... okay, research is great. I need Exeggutor, X-Speed. Nope. Close. Close. In this... Now I wish I had benched the second Froakie so I could have preserved this one. Now, do I want to put this second one in play and just sit. And then I'll evolve that one next turn and then get into the Greninja later? I mean, no matter what, the energy's going on to... The energy will go on to Execute. We'll bench second Froakie. Right? Yeah, let's bench second Froakie. And we'll just hold what we got. Still no Exeggutor is very, very brutal here. Okay. I don't love that. Well, I love it if I can find... Nope, we just got a strictly way worse hand off of that. We kind of need this to be a Tails. One heads, just not two. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Wow, okay, I thought by him attaching to the Staryu, that meant, like, guaranteed he had the Starmie, so I didn't even try to do any, like, retreating or whatever to preserve it. I'm honestly surprised he even attached to the Staryu then. We got the research, though. I need Exeggutor. Brogadier, execute. Okay, so I was just completely 100% punished for that play last turn. I think this is where Jigglypuff has to come in and do Jigglypuff things. We got to keep this Articuno to sleep. I cannot... I don't want to give him another prize. I don't want to let this Articuno keep attacking, so this is kind of just what it is. And there we go. All right. So Jigglypuff doing what it's supposed to. I don't expect this to last forever. So we definitely need... that Exeggutor ASAP. And this is going to get really tricky really fast. This is going to get very, very tricky. If he stays asleep, that'd be cool. Because then... But he doesn't. It would have been nice for if I top deck Exeggutor here and get to play with it. Okay. Okay. So we also find the Greninja, which is awesome. And now we can just retreat into this. And we have the Ericas in hand already. This is not feeling like it's going to be a Wigglytuff game, though. Let's Water Shuriken. And let's just keep building up this. Let's just keep building up this. Because with enough pings, that means that just one heads out of these Tropical Shakes is going to knock out the Articuno. Alright, there's the one heads. Cool. So now if this Articuno wants to live next turn... He's either going to just have to potion it, or maybe he retreats it into the Starmie, whatever. But either way, this Exeggutor is going to get one more turn in. I really hope he doesn't have the Greninja. The fact that he's playing the Greninja in this list, it makes it so much more difficult for us. Just him having that extra damage manipulation is very, very bad for us. But he just has a Blizzard. Okay. Okay, hold. And we find the second Ericas. So from here, like I was saying, this is not going to be a Wigglytuff game. Jigglypuff did its job, but what I really need to be able to do is retreat this Exeggutor, get him out of here, and go from there. So that heads was huge. So now we just get to ping the Starmie and Tropical Shake again. Or is it Tropical Swing? Which one is it? Tropical Swing. Tropical Swing again. Another heads. Not needed at all. But yeah, we're going to need to get this Exeggutor out of here. Because he's not going to live another round of Starmie attack plus potential Greninja ping. And we're probably going to use this Erika's on this one that's active. And then from there, it's just sort of like... Find second Exeggutor? What am I at? I'm at 6 cards left. So I don't even know what okay. So maybe we just do this. Go X speed. Retreat into Jigglypuff. And sing. And maybe we can get yet another turn. And I'm going to hold the Ericas. Because I don't have any more research. Like, Ericas is my last supporter. It's all I got. So if this nets me yet another turn, it does. Oh my gosh. So until he shows me the Greninja, I'm not gonna Erica's that benched Exeggutor. I'm just not going to. There's no reason for me to. Getting a second turn out of Jigglypuff here is insane. We can knock out that Greninja too. That'll win us the game as well. He's gonna stay asleep. Okay, if we get an Exeggutor this turn, things are looking really weird. Oh, things are looking really, really weird. Okay. Okay. All right. So Exeggutor. And concedes. Just concedes. He sees it and he's done. I think he still had a chance in that game. But that was like the most perfect showcase of what every single card in this deck does. That was fantastic. What a good game. Okay, we've got the Exeggutor start, but it's against a water deck, which definitely scares me. Kangaskhan? That is so much worse than him just starting with the Staryu. Because we can just lose to a double heads. I mean, either way, I guess we technically lost to a double heads anyways if he had Misties plus Articuno. So we're just going to have to see. I don't love seeing this Kangaskhan, though. I don't know why he's playing a Kangaskhan in this deck. I'm going to guess it has to be a Greninja variant then. But 0 heads here would be awesome. That's 1, not 2. Okay, just 1. I mean, it's fine. I don't love seeing early damage on my Execute because this makes his Starmie math a lot better. We get a Pokeball. Okay, cool. I would like a Froakie right now or a second Execute. Froakie's good. Froakie's good. Anything that wasn't a Jigglypuff, I was fine with seeing right now. All right, so let's just attach. And I don't want to waste the Erica for only, 30 damage heal. And we get the head, so we don't even got to worry about it next turn. If he wants to start using his potion on this Kangaskhan, I'm fine with that. Our game plan is going to be take out this Kangaskhan. I don't think he's retreating it this turn. It would be kind of insane for him to do that. He would need Starmie plus Misties plus X speed for him to even, consider doing that play. Or, of course, I guess an Articuno. If he finds Articuno, if he's playing it, Misty's 3 heads to it. He's playing a Jiggly. Okay, so he's doing some Wigglytuff stuff, too. He's doing some Wigglytuff, too, but he's not attaching to it. Now, if he hits 1 heads, I'm going to Erica's. If he hits 0, I'm not. Okay, he hit 1. Expected. Expected there. That makes me a little bit sad. And really, like, I'm almost... Yeah, I mean, I still feel like I have to, because if he has Giovanni swing on my Exeggutor, that just feels really bad. Maybe I should have... I think I should have Erica'd last turn, given that was a potential play for our opponent. And where do I want this energy? I would be able to X-speed this thing away next turn, but do I care? I don't think I care. Does it ever matter on the Frogadier? It'd be 1 more pivot after this gets knocked out. Like, what play do I think I'm more likely to do next turn? If I double XP, I could have even gone into the Frogadier and swung, but that also doesn't feel fantastic. I think I'll put this here. I'm always just 1 X speed away from pivoting the Greninja, so I think this is okay. Alright, we got 1. We got 1. He's gonna have to attack this Exeggutor twice. Maybe he even just goes into Jigglypuff. Maybe he doesn't have anything. No, he probably has the Starmie. Okay. If he's setting up Staryu, I'm gonna assume he has Starmie. Oh, he's not even playing the Sing Jigglypuff. Okay. So, I guess there's no chance for him to stall a turn like that. He just has Smack for 20. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, now this is looking excellent. Greninja? Would have been nice. With this, now that I have second Frogadier, I think I am... And I'll just attach to him again. So now I can pivot him without anything. Heads here would be very big. Yep, alright. I mean, that's basically just going to lock this up. Even if he goes into Wigglytuff next turn, he can't attack until the turn after that. I'm going to get some damage in. I'm probably going to be able to set up something else in the meantime. I would just really love to see second Exeggutor right now. Second Execute to evolve into second Exeggutor. A research off the top would be very, very big. So he can do 30 with Pound. And that's going to put us at 100. And yeah, I'm not really concerned about anything after that. Okay, so now we can just... It's not guaranteed we win. All right, now we'll start getting our Frogadier pivots ready. We could just win this turn. Nope. Finally missed one. But that's okay. His math isn't fixed if he has Wigglytuff here in any way. He still needs to attack me twice. This could still go south for us. We need another basic right now. Preferably the Exeggutor. And we have 2 big EXs we might have to go through. So a Tails Flip for us right here would be very, very bad. I'm going to whip it. All right, so we get a Tails Flip. Not great at all. Pokeball. Okay. I would love the Execute. Good. Exactly what I wanted to see. And now after this... We really, really need to see a Greninja. We really need to see a Greninja because we are a Sabrina's away from losing this game. And if I can evolve into Greninja, at least I protect myself from that. What do I have left in my deck? Do I have my other research? I do. I have 1 more research and 2 Greninjas. So 3/5 of my deck are outs to not lose to Sabrina next turn. I think I just always push. Well, let me think about this. Let's push Execute, because we have the XP to retreat it even if we don't want to. Erica's. Okay, so that is like the worst of everything. That is just straight up the worst of everything. He hasn't played a research. He hasn't done anything. Yeah, that's just the worst pull we could possibly have, sadly. Yeah, that is such a blank card right now. We really need a Greninja to block the Sabrina play. Greninja also would have just won us the game outright right there because we definitely would have put 20 on the Wigglytuff. So now it's just dodge Sabrina. Dodge Sabrina and pray. Come on, don't show me it. Don't show me it. No Sabrina. No Sabrina. No Sabrina. Please. Don't do this to me. He's going to retreat into the Starmie. I mean, he could just be slow playing the Sabrina. People do that. People like to play every single card in their hand before they use Sabrina. So I wouldn't put it past him. But it's just a Hydro Splash, and we... Alright, so now the Erica becomes relevant. But we're still just... I think... No, research is literally... It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Yep, it's guaranteed game. Guaranteed game. Yep, there we go. Cool, cool. And this is what I mean as well. They will retreat, they will run away, and you have that Greninja just snipe the bench. Knock out that Pokemon that tried to run. It's so good. I love this deck. I love this deck. Going first. It's what we always love to see. Start leaves a little to be desired. I will be honest. Jigglypuff start. Plus no X speed, plus no Execute, plus no Exeggutor. About as bad as it can get. Not a Pikachu. Maybe a Pikachu. X speed? Okay, that's 1 piece. That's 1 piece. I would take an Execute plus a research right here. Frogadier, Exeggutor. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so we're doing nothing. So basically we're doing not a single thing. It seems okay if I don't see a Pikachu here though. But we might just be Sing Trapping. Let's see what our opponent's even playing. It'd be very interesting to me for him to play Pikachu with these 2 Zapdos. But he is. Okay. Okay. This is usually a pretty good matchup for me. But when you start this, not so much. You really want to get that Exeggutor turn 2. I'm going to hope I don't get red carded because my hand is so massive. All right, we get Froakie. But we need this thing to keep us alive right now. Come on. Give him a Tails. Don't make me sweat the X speed. Good. All right. All right, we lock ourselves one more chance to find the Execute. If we don't find the Execute next turn, things are going to look very, very tough. Unless he stays asleep this turn, and I don't have to sing, and I can evolve into Wigglytuff and do some of those shenanigans, I would be very happy with that. But that's going to require either top decking Wigglytuff or Execute. And I really don't want to lose the Jigglypuff here, but I feel like the Jigglypuff is going... The Jigglypuff, oh my gosh, is going to be more impactful. It's not going to be as impactful. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. I think the Frogadier is going to be more important than the Wigglytuff. Okay, so we're guaranteed the Execute. Awesome. Now, maybe at this point, maybe I do just give him a Froakie. Right? I got 2 of them. Maybe I just go X speed into Froakie and... What's better? No matter what, we're going to attach to the Execute. Is it better to go for the 50-50? Lock us up another turn? Get greedy, keep everything? Having him take even one prize card is very detrimental to our game plan. I think it is so detrimental to our game plan that we need to go for this thing again. I really think it is. Because he has that Zapdos on the bench, and that is very hard for an Exeggutor to deal with. And he's going to have the time to get it built up. So I think we need this extra turn. We don't get it. Okay. That's okay. It's really not, though. It's really not fine. Maybe we should have played for the Wigglytuff, saving the Wigglytuff. Because that is going to potentially buy us a turn later. I don't love what just happened there at all. I really don't. Okay. Well. Time to see what we can do. We put ourselves in this position. We will have double Greninja. We will have double Greninja, which could be crazy. We're going to attach to the Exeggutor. We have Erika's to heal ourselves of this Pikachu's damage. If we get a heads here, this is going to be fantastic. This is going to be fantastic. A heads here would be massive. Don't get it. Man. Okay. So, no matter what next turn, we can guarantee ourselves a prize. We can heal the Exeggutor, but we're still going to be in range of... Well, no, he doesn't have any energy attached anywhere else. He has no energy attached anywhere else. He is going to go for Sabrina? Why? Why would you do that? I'm just going to take the Greninja. You're not knocking him out. Why would you do that? What a play. What a play. What a play. Double potion. That's crazy. So I think... Yeah, no. We'll ping the Pikachu once. We'll ping the Pikachu once. We will... I think X-Speed is far more valuable than attachment. So I'm going to burn the attachment, hold on to the X-Speed. We're going to ping the Pikachu once. If we flip heads, we knock it out. If not, we still have the double ping it next turn for the knockout. So let's just do this. Now we got to start building up this Zapdos. This Zapdos is going to be very, very scary in another turn. But he's down both of his potions, so I know where all of his I know where all his healing is. And we just get a heads anyways. Knock it out. Beautiful. 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 So he's going to peck me next turn. And I am going to Erika's the damage. I am going to heal myself. We could even just win by flipping a heads on the Zapdos. We have the Greninja pings to do it. All we will lose to next turn... This is looking fantastic for us because all we're going to end up losing to is a Giovanni plus 3 heads or just a raw 4-head Zapdos. But to make it as hard as possible on him, I'm going to Erica's the active. That 20 damage does matter. I'm going to put an energy onto the Exeggutor. And we're going to double Water Shuriken this. And we're just a heads away from winning. Heads away from winning. If not, we got to sweat the coin flips here a little bit from our opponent, but what can you do? All right, let's see it. Tails. Okay, we got to sweat. We got to sweat. Tropical Swing for 40. Now, we just need to avoid Giovanni plus 3 heads or 4 heads. Coming down to the wire right now. Zebstrika? I guess he could retreat into it. Okay. I don't think this gets him any closer to winning the game. This doesn't get him any closer to winning the game. This was actually a pretty blatant misplay from our opponent, I think. Yeah, no, this was a blatant misplay. Because now you're just giving us a 50-50 to win right here. And then even from here, I don't know where you go. I should have pinged the Zapdos. I'm now misplaying myself. I might not get punished if I flip heads. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Yes! Fraudulent heads. Completely fraudulent heads. But we got there. We got there. I would have loved for our opponent to at least try with the Zapdos. I think that was probably his best play, given our board state. There was no way for him to take out the Greninja. I was literally, like, he had to win that turn, or else I won after that. Yeah. I don't know, but that was great game. Great game. Going first in this one with an interesting hand. Very interesting. Looks like we're going to be playing against a Mewtwo. I can't imagine another Psychic deck I'd be running into. There's the Mewtwo with that cool new promo. We actually love to see the basic Mewtwo. And if this gets us an Execute, about the best we could ask for. We get the frog, though. We get the frog, though. Okay. That sucks. We love going turn 2 attack with Exeggutor in this matchup. But we have the Jigglypuff active at least, so we can do some Sing shenanigans, and we're not threatened by Mewtwo hitting us for 50 if they don't stay asleep. But again, we do really love to see this basic Mewtwo because it's hard for him to move. We can knock it out in 2 attacks. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So let's just try to put him to sleep for fun. Doesn't matter too much right now. We'll just sing. Try to put him to sleep. If he stays asleep, he stays asleep. If not, as long as he doesn't have double X speed attack my Jigglypuff, I'll be okay. Okay. Just no double X speed attack my Jigglypuff, and I feel perfectly fine with this. It would have been nice to keep him asleep for, like, another turn after this, but that's asking for a lot of coin flips to go our way. Pokeball. Okay, so now he's finally going to get his Ralts online. Or he got second Mewtwo. No Ralts. It happens. It doesn't happen to Mewtwo's. It doesn't happen to Mewtwo's. It happens to you. It happens to you guys. Not Mewtwo's. Alright. And we are going to use the X speed, preserve this attachment on the Jigglypuff. Wigglytuff is a huge component of this matchup. A lot of the times it does come down to Wigglytuff saving us for that one turn. And we already got the 80. We already got the 80, so now he's forced to use the potion to keep this thing from getting knocked out. Or, of course, he could have attachment retreat and hit my Exeggutor for 50, but we have the Ericas to counter that. Already has the Curly in hand. A red card would be so nice in this deck for these situations where Mewtwo just has, like, their whole deck in their hand. Because the Gardevoir, or even just the Attach plus Giovanni play is... It's pretty likely next turn, right? Not pretty likely, but it's much more likely than if I put him down to 3 cards. Okay, so he's not going to waste any potions. We get second Froakie. Pretty pointless. I don't see a reason to bench it. Yeah, I think we just have to go Tropical Swing. Don't get the heads, doesn't matter. We still knock it out. The way he's playing, I'm really afraid of the Giovanni. I'm really afraid of the Giovanni next turn. It's going to make our lives a lot more difficult. But then again, we just don't have much of anything anyways. Did we even get to play research? We have not played a single research yet. Okay. Man, that's tough. Man, that's tough. I felt like I wasn't seeing enough of my deck, and that is why. So if he has Giovanni here, things feel really bad. And he has the Gardevoir. He might just have everything. Oh, he might just have everything. Don't let him have everything, please. 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 Okay. All right. We get to survive one more turn. Brogadier. The issue is that this still isn't great for us. We're going to Erica's to force him to use Cyplosion again. Now, if I hit heads here, I can win next turn without having to do any dumb little sleep shenanigans. If I top deck Wigglytuff or Professor's Research to find Wigglytuff. I don't think I need second Froakie still. Heads. Okay. Alright. Alright, we can... Pending any double potion, we can still win this. This also stops him from going bench Mewtwo, retreat into that Mewtwo, and hit my Exeggutor for 50. Unless he has Giovanni now. But yeah, that Erica just smooths over so many plays. So many plays for us. Let's see what he does. Always so sketchy against the Mewtwo. Always so sketchy. He's going to potion the active. Double potion here would be bad. Going to attach to that one. He's going to Cyplosion. Or whatever it's called. Side Drive? Side Drive. Okay, so he is going to Side Drive. Okay. We're a Wigglytuff top deck away. Or a Sing. And hope our opponent never flips heads. Until we find the Wigglytuff. Whew. Alright. Oh, wrong big guy. Wrong big guy. Okay. Alright, man. So I'll bench the Froakie now. Doesn't really matter that much. We'll ping the active, and it's on Jigglypuff, giving us some good luck. It's all on Jigglypuff now. Right, yeah, there's no reason to, like, retreat into Greninja, because we still get nuked. No matter what, this is all we have. And he gets the heads. Alright. Bit of a close one. Just unfortunate. I mean, like, you see how close we were to winning that game? That we didn't play any research in. We played no research to churn through our deck. And we were that close to winning. Like, it was... We were right there. We were right there. If we had found some research and had been able to go through our deck, we had a pretty good chance. That was just strictly... The cards were not in our favor. Playing against a fellow grass deck here. And I don't feel too terrible about the matchup. Okay. An Execute and a Venonat. Interesting. Very interesting. We're going to get first Exeggutor, though, which is big. Going first in this matchup is very, very big. Because we are going to have that chance to knock out this Execute turn 1. And that would just be huge. We also have the Ericas for next turn. Just overall, like... Almost a perfect starting hand for this matchup. Not getting Sabrina, that is something I was a little bit concerned about. If my opponent had no other supporters, he might have thought just the Sabrina. But yeah, no, we got Ericas, we got straight into the Greninja line, we have the Exeggutor. A research here? Nope. But a Jigglypuff. Okay, cool, because we do want to set up Wigglytuff in this matchup too. We want to have the option to bounce between as many of our big dudes as possible. Heads here would be massive. Free prize. Alright, free prize. Nice. Nice. So that makes our life a whole lot easier. Now he has to work through 2 big EXs. I only have to work through 1 to win the game. He's not going to have the option to go double Exeggutor. But it does look like he's going to try to weave in a second 1-prizer here with this Venomoth. I can't even say I know what Venomoth does. If he flips heads here, it's going to suck, right? We got to dodge double heads in order to stay, you know, competitive in this, I think. Give me a tails here so I don't have to sweat. All right, he gets a heads. Okay. So we are... I guess we don't need... No. Sorry. Erica's takes us out of range of that. What am I talking about? Erica's completely takes us out of range of that. I was just doing the math wrong in my head. That's all. That's all. And we find second execute, too. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so we evolve into Greninja. We bench this. I almost don't want him to know that we're, like, completely relying on top decks, but, I mean, I gotta. Nothing else I can do. And we're gonna start Tropical Swinging. We get another heads. Wow. All right, we are just farming this dude right now, but sadly, we have nothing on our side, right? No researches to get our other attackers. Things could get bad for us here, for sure, for sure. If he hits another heads as well, things are gonna get tricky. I expected the Ericas. His hand's too massive for me not to expect him to have another Ericas. Just an attach to Exeggutor. So looks like he is gonna try to do some retreating shenanigans. He does get the heads. All right, yeah, not what we wanted to see at all. We're gonna want to see research or an evolution here. A Pokeball. About the blankest card we could get. But will Pokeball just thin the Froakie out? So we're looking at 4 outs, 2 solid outs, 2 potential outs. But it might come down to Jigglypuffing again. We could not go 3 for 3 on heads. That's okay, I guess. That's okay. It's interesting, right? Because next turn we could go for the Sing. Or we could just send up the Greninja and say, you're not going to do anything to me. But then we're pretty weak to Sabrina's. We're weak to Sabrina after that. I guess not completely weak, right? Because either way it's on a coin flip, but I force him to have 1 more card if I just go into Greninja. No matter what, I force him to flip heads next turn. But he will have to... He will have to also have Sabrina. So we're going to promote Jigglypuff. And we're just going to retreat it if that's the case. We just find X speed. So, man, we'll ping the Exeggutor for 20. We'll retreat into Jigglypuff and attach the Jigglypuff again. And now we're still just 1 big guy top deck away from having the game. I guess I could have benched Froakie. It wouldn't have made too much of a difference. I don't think he has any cards that deal, you know, 50 damage 100% of the time. Okay, what does that Venomoth do? Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's fine. So he's going to do 50 here, or sorry, 40, 50 between turns. I do think we just need to get the Greninja out of here. All right, research. Okay, okay. I mean, we could start doing some things. We need an evolution here. Greninja, Exeggutor. All right, cool. So we are going to X speed into the Exeggutor, and we're going to ping that bench Exeggutor for 20 again. I think we're also fine with just benching Froakie, right? It's our last basic. It's not going to change anything. So let's put 20 more on the Exeggutor. Say you either have Erica's next turn or we almost just win. I don't care that I'm not knocking out the Venomoth, to be honest. I still feel like my route to victory is through that Exeggutor. And he's not going to threaten, like, Butterfree doing massive damage. Butterfree only does, like, 60 or something. It's just going to concede. Okay. No Ericas, no nothing. That's it.